If you hear a weird beep 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 happening in the background, it's something to do with the builders, but I don't know what. It's April the 13th and I entirely forgot that I had a blood test this morning, so I just did not attend. Whoops. Boiling water. Ben is a historical reenactor from the Birmingham area. I think I'm allowed to say that much. And understandably, he is interested in the Staffordshire Hoard. I actually started working on this project yesterday, but since then time has gone all topsy-turvy and chronology's gone out the window, and it might have something to do with the storm, or maybe my tweed jacket has turned me into Doctor Who. So we have to go back in time to yesterday morning. I press it up against the wall there so it doesn't slide away from me whilst I'm working. I've got loads of these. Nice one. Okay. Do you see the colour difference? So this is a bisque fired bit of pottery, and this is the clay when it's raw. So these are half cooked. Very orange, aren't they? Proper terracotta flower pot colours. It's really cold. I actually have really poor coordination, just really good determination. See? I missed the middle completely, look at that. That's probably bad enough to try again. Oh, it's good sticking though. Because he's a historical reenactor, he's probably intending to really use it and really take it out and about. So I'm going to try and keep it quite thick so that it doesn't get chipped easily. Especially because he's probably going to be transporting it. I've got another thing to say. I'm going to do quite a wide base on this one because he's probably at outdoor events, so the tables will be on a slant. I'm cutting it off. Bonk. How am I gonna remove it? I think like that. So the Staffordshire Hoard is one of the largest discoveries of Anglo-Saxon gold. It was found in a village called 𝔎𝔬𝔯𝔬𝔫 in Staffordshire, which I believe at the time was in the Kingdom of Mercia. There were 3,500 pieces of garnet jewellery, helmet pieces and sword fittings. It was found in 2009. There were 66 gold sword hilt collars and 86 pommels found in this hoard. And 86 pommels found in this hoard is the largest collection to have been found, I think, in one place. There's this inscription inside one of the metal bands, and it reads, "Rise up, Lord, and let thine enemies be scattered, and let them that hate thee flee before thee." But on the inside of this piece of metal, there is an attempt at the same quote which has gone wrong, which I think is quite funny. This is Ben's goblet, which I still need to decorate. it's too wet to like do the sgraffito into it, but I can put the slip on now, and the earlier I put the slip on, the more it mixes, but also the less likely it is to cause the pot to crack. So we're going to do that now. Okay, here we go. I told myself I would finish those bottles before I started doing this, but then I kind of just forgot that was the plan, to be honest. I hope that wasn't too confusing, but this is the goblet the next day. It's touchable, it feels like a block of cheddar cheese, and that's fitting because this is called cheese dry. I'm going to use this tool. Tools are a very interesting thing. They've been around a long time, and in some ways they differentiate us from all of our animal friends. This one, which I'm quite fond of, is, I believe I'm right in telling you, called an awl. The rounded base of its handle is what makes it particularly nice. Other than that, it's just a sort of stabby needle. But the base fits into the palm of your hand, and because of this you can stab quite hard with it for many hours without ending up with any sort of ailments on your fingers. That's very good if you're puncturing holes in leather or scoring wood. Numerous uses for a stabby needle in a handle like that. But for this particular job I actually am going to use it very finely like this to engrave. I hope very much that Mr. Robin will come and eat this seed whilst I'm filming, so that's why there's so much of that seed in it. He does, he's not afraid of me sitting here, but he's quite routinely, and he's normally here more in the morning, and it's the afternoon now. Never sketch with something that can be erased. No regrets. I have many regrets, I don't know what I'm saying, I just deal with it. That's not life advice. I can't do life advice, look at me. It's not perfect, but it is that design, isn't it? I suppose the thing with this is it's flat, and this is on a curved surface, so it's not quite the same, but I reckon I'll get it neater on the other side. By the way, there's this hole here. This is because there's a hole all the way up the inside that only just stops at the top. And that's important because it lets air out of this big thick bit, which could very easily get cracked in the kiln or even just in drying if it didn't have some kind of this bit. And what I'm going to do now is carve out that part so that we have a nice, just a nice pattern on the bottom. The bottom of pots often gets neglected. I say this a lot. And it shouldn't, because it's the bit that everybody sees when you take a sip. And it makes an impression. Right,